with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into a special Heat playoff edition of Lexus Sports Extra. I'm Josh Moser. Miami earning the top seed in the East, beginning their playoff run to a hopeful fourth NBA title against the ace-seeded Hawks. We start first quarter. We saw the heightened playoff physicality right away. Trae Young wrapping up Jimmy Butler on the breakout. The two had to be separated, both earning technical fouls. Second quarter, the game finally getting settled down. Duncan Robinson lining it up and knocking it down. Heat up 19 after 2. Third quarter, Miami starting to pull away. P.J. Tucker, corner triple. Remember, Tuck choosing to come to Miami after winning a title last year with Milwaukee. Tucker also missing the end of the regular season with a strained calf.
This is what I live for. This is it. I came here for this. This is everything. So to get those days off was big. Finally feeling kind of like myself again since December. So it's a good feeling. Be able to move, be able to jump. It's been great.
Back to the game later in the third. Kyle Lowry takes it away from Trae Young. It's a run out. Max Strus thunders at home. Heat up 26. End of the frame, Jimmy Butler with the monster slam. Buckets had 21. Heat up 26 after 3. Fourth quarter, Robinson, how about a 4-point play? It's a franchise playoff record. 8 trays on a team-high 27 points. Heat win 115-91.
It's not about who's starting this, that, shots, whatever. It's literally just about bottom line. Can you win, and can you help your team win? And for me, it's just about having the mental stability of locking in to doing whatever I can to help us.
Honestly, we don't even think about the past. Just worry about today. We enjoy this win. And then when midnight hits, we forget about this one. And then we get ready for the next one. We get ready to get better come tomorrow.
I mean, it's always nice to throw the first punch, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just winning one game.
What an atmosphere at FTX this afternoon. Right after the win, our Heat insider Ethan Skolnick helped me break down the dominant Game 1 Heat performance. For more on the Heat and the big Game 1 win, we welcome the 5 Reasons Sports Network's Ethan Skolnick. Ethan, what a way to start for this Heat team.
Yeah, look, this is exactly what you wanted when you had a week off to prepare. And you didn't know who you were preparing for, so you had to get your game right. So you look at the things they did today. Defensively, they were on a string. Their switches were terrific. They frustrated Trae Young. I know we're going to talk about that. But also offensively, 35 assists on 43 field goals. The ball was moving. It started with Kyle Lowry, but it was everybody. And some really encouraging stuff in terms of who didn't score today, and they won big anyway.
You talk about what the players said after the game. The word was focus that they used. Why is that so important?
Well, look, this is going to be a long run, we think, okay? They got the right bracket. This Atlanta team is a team they should beat, honestly, in 4 or 5 games. This is a team that really only has one guy who can hurt them. John Collins is not 100% right now, so it's all about Trae Young. You don't just need one guy to score on this team. That's the thing. It can come from anywhere. I thought Jimmy Butler's approach tonight was terrific. And again, with Bam and Hero not scoring a lot, they got enough from everybody else. And, of course, Duncan Robinson with 27, 8 threes. That'll help.
Yeah, that was a franchise record for Duncan. Let's go in-depth on Trae Young. This was the game plan, and it was almost perfectly executed.
You're not going to beat an Eric Spoelstra team with one guy. You're just not. Especially when he has time to prepare. And look, they had a feeling it would probably be Atlanta. The game plan probably would have been very similar for Darius Garland if it had been Cleveland, but Cleveland has more people who could beat you. With Trae Young, look, Miami was going to throw different bodies in him. I thought it was interesting that Jimmy Butler took most of the assignment today, but you saw P.J. Tucker. You saw Bam Adebayo on switches. You saw Gabe Vincent, who did play today, and part of that is because he's an irritant, so he gave Trae trouble. They know Trae's going to score, even though he didn't today. They want him to be as inefficient as possible. If he is, Atlanta cannot win this series. They'll have no chance.
We saw Vincent picking him up full court with, really, they were up by 20 at that point. What do you expect from the Heat defensively for the rest of the series?
I think it'll be similar. I mean, they'll use different guys on Trae. It's not always going to be Jimmy. It's not always going to be Lowry. They will throw different bodies. They want to make it where Trae is just beaten down by the end of the series physically, okay, where he can't get to a Game 6 or Game 7 and then spring a 35-point game on you. That's kind of what I think you'll see. So they will look at different coverages. They'll even use some zone. They'll use different matchups. They will go full court at times. But they have so many different weapons that they can throw at them. And again, Atlanta doesn't have other options. Danilo Gallinari scoring 25 does not scare the Miami Heat.
Ethan, are you still going with the Heat winning this series in 5?
Yeah, I think so. I could see Atlanta getting Game 3. I think they come back home. I mean, there are at least 12 Hawk fans. So they'll go out, and I think they'll have a big performance in Game 3. We'll probably see Trey get 1. I don't think Trey can do it consistently over the course of the series. The only thing that would change the dynamic, because Capella's probably not coming back, and he's not an offensive force, is John Collins getting back to where he was earlier in the season. That's probably not going to happen either. So I think as long as Miami stays focused, this is a 5-game series. You get your rest. Philadelphia may finish Toronto earlier than we thought, too, so you need to get the rest if you can.
1 win down, 15 to go for that NBA title. Ethan Skolnick, appreciate the time as always, my man.
Thank you, Josh.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Ethan. Bam Adebayo returning from the NBA health and safety protocols from COVID. It was 32 minutes for Bam, a game best plus 27 when on the floor, despite scoring just 6 points.
Brings there.
SHIT about his scoring. Bam is an ultimate winner. A lot of what you guys are probably going to write about what we can do defensively, he's the one that's driving it. If you don't have a guy like Bam, you know, it's very difficult to do. He fully understands that. It's just about getting the win.
Strong words from Coach. Hopefully it's 20 points out next time for Bam. The Panthers going for that mark today against the Red Wings. The Cats looking for their 10th straight win. This one scoreless in the second period until this. Sasha Barkov, the perfect pass to Anthony Duclair. 1-0 Cats. Spencer Knight, spectacular in net. 33 saves on the day for the kid, and Knight getting all of the offense he would need. Still in the second, the Cats continuing to press up 2-0. Anton Lundell makes it 3, then 28 seconds later, Maxim Mammon getting in on the fun. How about 4 in the second period alone for the Panthers? Third period, this too good not to show you. Cats shorthanded, Sasha Barkov on the takeaway, then check the lead for Lundell. So unselfish and smooth. Cats win their 10th straight, 6-1.
Yeah, so Barkey got the puck on the PK. I just tried to rush and help him with the chance. He had some ice in the back of his head and saw me there. So, I mean, that's unbelievable play by him.
For more on the Panthers, we bring in Mike DePasquale. And Mike, the Cats team right now tops in the NHL in scoring at just over 4 goals a game. The Marlins having a season-opening weekend. Miami looking to take 3 of 4 from Philadelphia. Many baseball experts believing Philly is the team to beat in the National League East. Bottom 2, Brian De La Cruz blasting this one right back up the middle. Jazz Chisholm is going to come around. It's 2-0 Fish. Same frame, Miguel Rojas roping this one down the right field line. De La Cruz coming around on the RBI triple. It is 4-0 Marlins after 2. Fast forward, bottom 6, Marlins leading 7-1. This adds to it. Chisholm finding the grass in right. Joey Wendell scores. Then watch Jazz stretch this into a double. 3 RBI afternoon for Chisholm, moving from the 9th spot to the 6th in the lineup. Marlins win 11-3.
We just went on the attack super early. We were patient on his chase pitches, but as soon as he got in the zone, we were ready to go. We all know that this is where we were supposed to start off the season anyway, so when we got back here, we said it's a new season, it's back to 0, and we're going to start it off here like we're supposed to.
Everybody at home, say hello to Donovan Campbell. And South Florida is known for its great prep athletes. Donovan, there's one local softball player that is considered one of the best in the country, and she's not just great on the diamond. Welcome back. Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra deciding to replace Duncan Robinson with Max Strus in the starting lineup following Miami's 4-game losing streak at the end of March. The move to the bench working for Robinson here to start the playoffs. The sharpshooter setting a franchise postseason record with 8 made threes in Game 1 against the Hawks.
I knew, like, on the outside, people would be jumping to a bunch of different conclusions. In my mind, you know, Duncan was still going to be a major factor. I don't have to explain it.
Probably on Duncan just as much as anybody this year. So anytime he has these games where he's just lights out and he's not thinking, I love it.
Look at the rest of the playoffs. 2-7 series. Kyrie Irving returning to Boston, letting the fans know they should be crying now that he's gone. Under a minute's play, tied at 111. It's who else but Irving. Big 3. Uncle Drew had 39. However, the Celtics had a chance. Down 1, final ticks. Jason Tatum is going to spin right around Kyrie. He's the hero. Celtics win a thriller 115-114. 3-6 matchup in the East. Bucks hosting the Bulls. There's Giannis, third quarter. Here's the MVP, body control, expert level. A game-high 27 for the Greek Freak. Under 1:30 to play, it is Brook Lopez. Yes, sir, bucket and the foul. Bucks take game one, 93-86. There is so much buzz around this year's Canes football team. Mario Cristobal brought back to restore the U to national championship prominence. This weekend, the spring game, quarterback Tyler Van Dyke, impressive. Finishing 20 of 32 for 172 yards. TVD leading the first team offense to 4 touchdowns, including this passing TD. Cristobal liked what he saw, but wants more.
Overall progress, but you wish you had 15 more days. But you don't. So what happens now, the choices and decisions of the players have to take that next step. We want to see a team that plays with passion, with toughness, with physicality. There's no magic formula. There's no secret sauce or hocus pocus. We got to get to work.
Extra points.
Time now to welcome Drew Rosenhaus to the show. Drew, good to see you as always.
Great
Thanks for being here.
Happy holiday.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
Thanks.
Very quickly, before we get into the NFL, I want to ask you about the Miami spring game. What were your initial impressions of the Canes?
We know they've got a heck of a quarterback. And, it looks like they're going to be a much improved team. They've got an outstanding coaching staff, great fans out there. I think there's a tremendous amount to be excited about for the Hurricanes this year. They will be contenders.
Many projecting them to maybe win 10 games, but right now the NFL setting their win totals in Vegas. Currently the line for the Dolphins is at 9. Drew, how many games do you expect the Dolphins to put in the win column in 2022?
I'm going to say 11. I really like this football team. I think as long as Tua plays up to his potential, which I think he's got, this team's got to win 11 games. They're loaded everywhere. I mean, they're an extremely talented football team. And I will be very disappointed, barring unpredictable injuries, if they don't contend with the Bills to win this division and win 11 games.
11-6, you have to think playoffs.
Oh, without a doubt. If they're short of the playoffs, it would be a massive disappointment. This is unequivocally a better football team than the last 2 seasons, and they could have made the playoffs. They'll be in the playoffs this year. And they'll contend to win the AFC Championship. Really believe that.
Make or break season for Tua. Another quarterback in NFL news, Kyler Murray from the Cardinals, saying that he will not play next season unless he gets a contract extension. Murray was the #1 overall pick 3 years ago. Still has 2 years left. That includes a team option for his 5th season. Drew, if you were his agent, what advice would you give him?
Well, I think he's very deserving of a contract extension. When you look at the impact that he's had on the NFL in the 3 years that he's been in the league, he's been dynamic. And he's truly a franchise quarterback who has merited a new contract. So I sympathize with him and his representatives in their desire to get him a new deal. And I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
All about that guaranteed money, that longevity. You want that long-term commitment. We've got a long-term commitment from Drew. We appreciate you being here every Sunday. Thank you so much.
You got it, Josh. Take care.
Drew's the best. Coming up on Lexus Sports Extra, it's more from the Heat. Eric Spoelstra named a finalist today for Head Coach of the Year. Tyler Hero, a finalist for the 6th Man Award. When we return, PJ Tucker explaining his new playoff mindset after winning the NBA title last year with the Bucks. We're back in 120 seconds. Welcome back to Lexus Sports Extra. I'm Josh Moser. Heat forward PJ Tucker choosing to come to Miami this offseason after winning a title last year in Milwaukee because he felt the Heat gave him the best chance to repeat. Tucker impressive in the Game 1 win over the Hawks. PJ missing the end of the season with a strained calf. Tucker wanting to make good on winning back-to-back titles.
Same hunger, same intensity, if not more. Once you win it, the conception is like people think you just like, oh, you won it, like you're good now. And it's not. It makes you hungrier. It makes you fight for it more because you know what it feels like and chasing that feeling.
He loves that corner 3. Enter Miami now officially on a winning streak. This team without a W for more than a month to start the season. Now it's back-to-back games in the win column. It was a 1-0 victory in Seattle against the Sounders on Saturday. 41st minute, former Sounder DeAndre Yedlin streaking down the sideline. What a ball into the middle for Robbie Robinson. This team starting to come together.
What I'm seeing now is my demand, not my demand. What I'm seeing is that we've got 18 players heading in the same direction. We've got 18 players all fighting for each other. Spirit is great. That's what I've wanted since the start of the season. When you play as a team and you have that kind of discipline and concentration, the players then grow and start producing moments of brilliance.
To Hilton Head, South Carolina, final round of the RBC Heritage. This would go to a playoff between Jordan Spieth and Patrick Cantlay. First playoff hole, Spieth from the bunker. What a shot. Saves par, Cantlay bogeys. Spieth wins his 13th career title and his first as a new dad. NASCAR on the dirt track at Bristol. Final lap, Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe fighting for the lead, and neither driver can hold the turn. We had rain. It was a slick track. Kyle Busch coming from third to win. A wild finish tonight. Thank you for staying up late with us. More to come. Big Finish is next. Big Finish, this one for the kids. The Easter egg hunt at the Marlins game. Go get them. Look at the girl in the orange right there. This is so much fun. A happy Easter, Passover, and Ramadan to everyone that is celebrating this weekend. Well, hopefully there will be a championship to celebrate soon here in Miami. The Heat Panthers look like they've got a pretty good chance. Hope you'll join us all postseason long. It's past midnight, so we've got to say goodbye. On behalf of Donovan, Drew, Ethan, and Mike, I'm Josh Moser. Thank you so much for watching Lexus Sports Extra. Good night, everybody. Have a great start to your week.